the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their man under center. That's going to be the young quarterback from Southern Miss, Nick Mullens.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Wait, that wide 80.
53, Mike, quit talking about it and bring it. Shoot!
Alpha.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Brady deferring to White on the draw. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Patriots nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, they'll run with White. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25.
On 2nd down, it's White. White's got a 1st down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense. 18
big yards on that one and a New England 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
We played to win.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
On the double. I'm coming for his son. I'm coming for his son.
First down.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They go play action here on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year, and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Brady, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And caught by Thomas for a Patriots touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Nick Mullens in the offense set to take over. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
15 line. 15 line.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again for the 41. 2nd and 10. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Hey, 53.
Mike, watch the run.
On second down now, it's White. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Brady, and he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They run the draw play. This is White. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joe Schobert. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's White. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
70, Indy.
Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Come on, set. 30
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. This is Barkley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now Brady. Boy stays up. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. Fights off the defender. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cleveland, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss.